What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction. In this one, we got Chanakya. If I said that wrong, please correct me. The superior strategist the West doesn't want you to know. Before we dive into this video, if you guys happen to enjoy it, please don't forget to subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up. And if you like to support the channel further, uh, all you gotta do is hit that join button and you become a member. I got my partner in crime back with me today. Hopefully he stays calm. Let's dive in.
Zoo so widely popular, but Chanakya is not. Is it because of the positive promotion of the Chinese culture in world media and people taking more interest in
That's a
it?
that's a good question.
Um, Look, Sun Tzu, yeah, he is more famous than Chanakya because the West, for the longest time, was a big fan of China. Why was the West a big fan of China? Because the Chinese had opened up their market to the West. They had agreed to manufacture all of the West's cheap goods in China, and China was behaving like a nation that has decided to bow down to the West and ally itself with the West. And the
Gotcha.
West thought that eventually we'll make China democratic and will completely transform them. So
Mm,
because China was cooperating and so on, and the West was aiding and abetting the slow rise of China, the West thought that okay, we should give China some privileges like we give to every defeated nation.
that's crazy.
For example, a lot of
That's
Japanese
crazy. The West, like, we'll give them some privileges. We give other nations privileges, and we want China to know that we're with them. We're standing with them. We're gonna turn them into a democracy. We're gonna do all this and that. But China was just playing them the whole time. They was just playing them like a fiddle, stringing them along. And then when they thought they could turn China into democracy, that's when China closed the door on them because they had already set all the infrastructure in place to rise as a superpower on their own.
culture is popularized worldwide because of American promotion, like manga and whatnot. Yeah, all that Japanese anime. When it comes to anime, when it comes to South Korea, they have popularized K-pop, which no one understands a word of, but K-pop is somehow popular. I just don't get why. It's because the American
I do like some K-pop. I ain't gonna lie. I like Blackpink. I can't remember the name of that boy group that was fire for a minute, bro. But
Americans have extended their privilege to the Koreans because they are a vassal state. They are an occupied state, and occupied states, defeated nations, get some privileges. Okay, India has refused to be a defeated nation. I know there are so many problems in India, so much that's wrong in India, but we are not a defeated nation. The West only glorifies defeated cultures. They destroyed the Scandinavian culture of the Vikings. Today they glorify it. They make movies about it. Thor. Okay,
true.
they have destroyed Samoan culture,
I do
defeated
love
it.
Thor.
They've Christianized them all. Now they make movies like
Dang.
Moana and so on.
Dang. So you saying the West only really make movies of these defeated peoples? But the West ain't. So you saying the West ain't defeat India, and that's why there's not more movies made about like Indian heroes or Indian people that played a large part in history. What y'all think?
What else? Yeah, Mulan, Chinese again, right? Japanese culture. There was this movie called Multiverse of Misery, Multiverse of Madness, whatever. I happened to unfortunately watch the movie. I think there is this scene
Doctor
in which there is a
Strange?
big meeting and gathering of all the gods, in which Thor and Zeus come face to face. How
Oh,
can Thor and Zeus come face to
yeah,
face?
it wasn't the Multiverse of Madness. He's talking about Thor, Some and Love. It was a Thor specific movie, but it wasn't Peace and Love. I can't. It was a terrible Thor movie. I'll just say that it was one of probably the most terrible Thor movie that's been released.
Face a Greek god and a Scandinavian god who are the same god.
Facts.
Yeah, idiotic.
It's an
Yeah, again, they will
idiotic.
glorify Greek gods because Greek has been defeated. That culture has been destroyed. So in that movie, this is great meeting of all the gods. You had gods from obscure religions, but not a single Indian god because India is not a defeated culture. So
Hmm.
you get it, right?
I got you.
Similarly, the West has promoted Sun Tzu, and they have completely tried to marginalize Chanakya. But I would say that Chanakya is superior. Okay,
Chanakya. Okay.
because if you read Sun Tzu's little book, The Art of War, you'll
Yes.
find it's not a book of strategy or tactics.
Hmm.
It's not a book that will aid you to construct a successful military campaign, or construct a successful quasi-military campaign like a World Cup victory or something. It's not a book of that. Sun Tzu's book is a book of stratagems,
Stratagems.
very clever sounding ideas. It's not a book of strategy. It's a book of stratagems. What's the difference between a strategy and a stratagem? So, a strategy is a comprehensive, overarching plan or a set of plans to
Okay.
achieve a long term goal.
Okay.
A long term goal. It's a roadmap on how to achieve your desired outcome, considering various factors in various potential scenarios. That's a strategy.
Got you.
On the other hand, a stratagem, which Sun Tzu's book is full of, it is a small, very specific, often clever or deceptive tactic or
Mm.
scheme used to achieve a particular small short-term goal, often as part of a bigger strategy.
So you're saying Sun Tzu's book was full of stratagems and Chanakya's strategies. And yeah, because I hadn't heard of Chanakya before, and I've heard so much about Sun Tzu and the Art of War from people. I've never actually read the book, but I mean, I know that it's a very, very, very popular book, and I guess he's right. The West has pushed Chinese culture a lot, and so dang, yeah. But you can't really think. I can't really think of Indian culture being pushed. So he's right.
Okay, so in a stratagem, you typically will surprise an opponent or you will outmaneuver an opponent.
Hmm.
So a strategy is a big picture plan, like deciding how to win the next World Cup. It has so many moving parts, so many components.
Yeah.
A stratagem, as opposed to a strategy, is a specific move or tactic within the plan.
Okay.
Okay, how to defeat this goalkeeper of this country from this direction. Okay,
Got
so
you.
strategy is like building a bridge,
Okay. So
and
strategy is the big picture. And so strategy is like the long term goal, and stratagems are like short term goals that you have to accomplish in order to reach that long term goal. It kind of sounds like in a sense.
stratagem is like using a
No,
clever
no, don't
construction
pull that,
technique to
bud.
speed up one component of the bridge building process. That's the difference. Chanakya's book is a book of strategy. It's a book of straight craft. It's a book of how to administer a gigantic subcontinent sized empire. Sun Tzu's book is a book of stratagems, clever little tactics. Huge difference. But the West has promoted Sun Tzu and they have sought to marginalize Chanakya.
Y'all talk to me in the comment section. He is
Why is
absolutely
Sun
bored. He wants to pull and yank on everything. Y'all talk to me in the comment section. What do you think about what he said? Do you think he's telling the truth when it comes to the West really only promotes defeated cultures, and then that Chanakya is superior to Sun Tzu? That's all we have. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, check out the next